They looked like the perfect family. Two little girls full of life, a mother glowing with joy, and a father who smiled in every photo. But behind those smiles hid a darkness no one could imagine. This is not just a story of murder. It's a story of trust shattered, innocence stolen, and the ultimate betrayal by the man they loved the most. Sean Ann Watts was the kind of person who lit up a room. She was strong, outspoken, and proud of her family. On Facebook, she shared photos of her two beautiful daughters, Bella, age 4, and Celeste, just 3. Her husband, Chris Watts, seemed like the dream partner. Soft-spoken, always smiling, always there. They had a beautiful house in Colorado, a growing family, and on the surface, everything seemed perfect. But sometimes the brightest smiles hide the darkest secrets. On the morning of August 13th, 2018, Sean Ann returned home from a business trip. Her friend grew concerned when she didn't show up for a doctor's appointment and didn't respond to texts. By the afternoon, the police were at the Watts home. The front door was locked. Her phone was inside. Her purse. Her car. But there was no sign of Sean Ann. No sign of the kids. No sign of a struggle. Chris appeared calm. Too calm. He paced in front of the house, answered questions with a flat tone, and said the words everyone expected to hear. I don't know where they are. I just want them back. But he wasn't panicking. He wasn't calling hospitals. He wasn't begging for help. He was lying. Within 48 hours, Chris Watts failed a polygraph test. Sitting across from investigators, he cracked. At first, he blamed Sean Ann, saying she killed the children, and he, in a rage, killed her. But the truth, the real truth, was far worse. He had strangled Sean Ann while she was 15 weeks pregnant with their unborn son, Nico. Then he wrapped her body in a sheet. He took his daughters, still alive, put them in the back of his truck, and drove them to a remote oil field where he worked. The sun hadn't even risen. Think about this. Bella, just 4 years old, saw her lifeless mother lying on the floor. She asked, "What's wrong with Mommy?" She and Celeste sat in silence as their father drove them to their death. Chris smothered little Celeste first. Then he turned to Bella. She fought. She screamed. And her final words were whispered through sobs. "Daddy, no!" Then silence. Chris stuffed their small bodies into oil tanks. He buried Sean Ann in a shallow grave nearby. Then he drove back, showered, and gave interviews on the news, pretending to be a heartbroken father. But he wasn't heartbroken. He was a liar, a killer, a man who murdered his pregnant wife and 2 little girls to escape responsibility, to chase a new life with another woman, to start over without them. In November 2018, Chris Watts was sentenced to 5 life sentences with no chance of parole. The courtroom was filled with tears, not just from family, but from strangers around the world who followed the case and asked the same haunting question. How could a father do this? Shanann's parents spoke through their grief. He didn't just kill our daughter. He killed our future. He took everything. Bella loved to sing. Celeste loved playing with her big sister. Sean Ann was excited to welcome baby Nico into the world. Their lives were stolen in an act of evil by the one they trusted most. Never forget their names. Never forget their light. Because this isn't just true crime. This was a family.